All right. Hello. I'm not sure how to do the intro for this video just because I've kind of taken multiple attempts at YouTube. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to keep the same name that I did last time. So ignore the lack of like proper introduction now. I go by whatever I end up going by when I upload this video. Yeah. The reason I'm making this YouTube video in the first place is because right now I'm jobless because I just moved to a new city. And I was sitting here and I was like, you know, your girlfriend's at work. No one's home. Big reason why I wanted to like stop making YouTube videos before was because I just felt really awkward and like shy, even though like that's gonna be the girl I marry one day, but like I don't know, like just having her there and like hearing what I'm saying, it felt kind of weird, felt kind of cringy. So I'm sitting here and I was like, you know, like she's at work, I have the place to myself now, and I don't have a job, and I do like editing videos, and that was something like I had a lot of fun with some of the videos I made back in the day, like Apex Legends. I think I did a League video, did a bunch of like playthroughs of like Remnant with my friends. What else did I do? I did a bunch of stuff. Yeah. And I guess like the content I'm going to be making, for those of you who stuck around, thank you. Or I might also just put this at the beginning of my video. I'm not too sure yet. This whole thing is unscripted. I apologize. Hopefully I can clean it up in editing to the point where this feels really nice and pleasant to watch. But the goal for this channel is gonna be games I just am playing at the moment. I don't think I'm ever gonna wait, hold on. Wow, I was just about to declare like a lifelong relationship with Maplestory. Sorry. I don't foresee myself taking a step back from Maplestory for quite a while, just because this time around I kind of really like have a grasp on things, and obviously like with age, it's just something I've noticed that like I'm playing video games better. And when I return to games that I've played before, which you guys will probably see, because earlier this week I did start playing Warframe again, and I have been having so much fun, which is why like I haven't been grinding too much, but whatever. Returning to games I've played before with more of an adult mindset has made games so much more fun. And I just feel like the reason why I didn't enjoy a lot of games is because I was just stupid. I think I was just like actually, like honestly, too impatient and just like too lowbrow, low IQ to understand what there is to like in games, right? So the way things are going on my Maplestory account right now, I'm really happy about it. And even if other things come up, I'm comfortable like just becoming a daily story player and putting this on the back burner. And like I can definitely do like bare minimum like 20 minutes on my paladin every day just to make sure I get my dailies done, my monster park, and then my Erda request for frags. And then just knowing that this is kind of something that is taking care of itself. Well, it's not taking care of itself, but taking little space in my mind if I need it to, makes me happy to think about it. So yeah, this channel is going to be me playing games. Some of it is going to be new games. Some of it are going to be me some of it's going to be me revisiting older games that I played before. I will probably do a Warframe video sometime soon. Yeah, next video might be a Warframe video, might be a Maplestory video. It might also be an Apex video, because like when I'm in the mood, I do like sweating on Apex. Yeah, so I'm sure you guys can see in the title, the premise of the video is 144 days of Maplestory, consistently straight. I'm not the biggest grinder. I'd say I think the first, oh, maybe I'm going on a tangent. How should I go about this? Okay, so 144 days of Maplestory, and right now, if I go on boss gear, without fams, I am at 61 mil CP. This is my gear. I know you guys are about to see that this is a Jenny weapon that looks potless. Here's the thing. So I created this character during the burning event, and I slowly kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for this? Subbed out the burning gear for like actual gear that I want to keep. So far, the highest stars I have are 21 stars. I can go over this again later on, but I finished the quest to get this Jenny weapon, and I was looking at it in my inventory, and I kind of just noticed that, like, hold on, like, just this blank Jenny weapon at this point is better than the burning hammer that I had. So I put it on. I put on a. When I did that, it was only about 1 mil CP better, and I was like, okay, let me see what happens if I throw like 2 flames on it, and then I did, and I hit a tier 6 flame, which is really nice, and now it's just better. And I'm sure if I join any parties and people kind of look at me, they're probably like, what the hell am I watching? Like, this guy's here to troll. But if you see me in your party and you see this and you happen to stumble on this video, just know, like, this is the best possible loadout for me right now. I'm still waiting for an arcane weapon to drop, and honestly, I think thanks to me seeing that this was more CP and like overall attack, I'm probably not even gonna buy an arcane weapon, because the original plan was for me to buy an arcane weapon if I didn't get what I needed by November 11th, which is when like the burning gear ends. So yeah, this is my stuff, and I'm rocking a plain Jenny hammer that is what it is. Please don't make fun of me, or do. I don't really care. I know I'm trolling. But yeah, I mean, like, look at my character. Like, what do you expect from me at this point, right? All right, so really quick, I have 17 star slime ring. Maybe I just go do this quick. Everything here is 17 stars except for my CRA. It's at 21. I did roll some flames on it just because I think it was the last event. Right now it's the Carcion Octo event. The one right before this gave a lot of flames, like the white. Oh no, oh my god, I'm blanking so hard here. I'm so sorry, guys. The Burning Challengers World thing with like the Legion system, that gave a lot of white flames in the shops. So I figured I didn't have too much I wanted to buy in there, so I ended up going for just like flaming my gear, just so I can get like as much damage as possible. And yeah, so 21 on the CRA, 17 on the arcanes, decent flames throughout. Pots are kind of just whatever. Like, I just went for 2 line of usable where I could. My Golux is 21 on the belt, 21 on the earrings, and I'm at 17 for the pendant and the ring. During the big double SSF day, I had no. Oh, actually, you know what? I did not get a Dom pendant to drop for me until I believe it was 113 days. I'll have to like check through the Discord. I might not, but it was over 100 days that I went just like absolutely dry. Yeah, so it was rough. So for like a bunch of the SSF events that started up at first, I didn't have anything to fodder into it, and this is my first ever Dom pendant that I crafted. I think like day 90 or whatever. And I remember as I was starting this up, I wasn't tilted per se. I kind of wish I recorded it. I didn't have like the foresight to think about it, but I wasn't tilted or anything. I had this one pendant. I made big gains on like a lot of stuff, and I had some leftover mezzo, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna send this pendant. And then I hit it to 17, and I was like, all right, like, this is usable for now, especially because back then I think I was only like 30 mil CP, so it would have been like a decent upgrade from the Mechanator pendant. But I looked at it and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna send it to 21 and like let's see what happens. Like the fact that I never get this, I know this is such a bad idea because I'm probably never gonna drop one again, blah blah blah, whatever. And I hit it to 21 that night, and I was like, oh damn, okay, it didn't boom. This is kind of great. So then I went to cube it, and then I got double drop all stats with blue cubes. So that's why this is on my bossing set. For my next, I think I'm gonna wait for the 5, 10, 15 on November 2nd and bring one of these up to 20 or 21 and then roll them with some more like damage focused stats, just so I can kind of replace this, because like I don't want to Star Force it more, and I don't want to re-roll the pot, at least like I don't think ever. But it was the only Dom Pendant I had for such a long time, so I kind of got stuck with this overly Star Forced piece of farming gear basically. But it's been great. It's been like super usable. Like I'll take 63 attack wherever I can for the next 5, 10, 15. I'm hoping I can replace this. My main priority will actually be to 21 or 22 the pendant. I have 2 Kanas, and it's in a couple weeks, so I'm seeing maybe I can 21 or 22 my ring as well, because I can also craft 3 right now. Maybe I can craft 4 by then, maybe 5. I'm not too sure. It's all depending on how hard I grind. Yeah, and then everything else like just standard 2-line stuff. This is very, very mid-game stuff, I guess. However, I have been getting pretty lucky with my arcane drops. I think when I first started bossing, going through C10 with my friend, it took me, I want to say 3 weeks to get all 4 pieces. And then this is kind of what I've gotten from, and I think that was around end of summer. So this is what I've gotten from like end of August until now. 6 pieces of arcane, which like I think it's really good. So far I haven't gone a week ever since I first started dropping arcanes. Like the first week was, I think the first 2 weeks were just like bone dry. But ever since I started dropping arcanes, I don't think I've gone dry a single time for like the week. Like even if I got one, like that was still really nice. Yeah. Oh, let me show you guys my farming gear, I guess. So I'm at 100 and 180 for my like drop farming gear. This took quite a bit of money, to be honest. I think I got so this was my first hybrid roll. And it cost like a couple $100 mil. It was obviously an accident. And then every piece after that took, I want to say like well over 6 bill, maybe up to 8 bill. One of them did roll at, I believe like 2.5, maybe to 3 bill, which was nice and it was early. But yeah, this was like expensive to get. I don't think I'm gonna push for the last piece until next year's spring sale next year's cube sale in spring. Anyways, so that's kind of what I've been able to like quote unquote achieve or accomplish in 144 days of like Maplestory. Some days like we're like, not maybe some days, I want to say like 40% of the days were definitely daily story, just because like I was busy with work, busy with like a big move. Yeah, I didn't really want to grind too much. I did spend a lot of my initial time like just really like pounding Legion and Link skills, because like I was just getting so many bonk potions and all those strawberry field tickets. I was like, this is a good time to do it, and I wasn't feeling that level of burnout, so I kind of just kept sending it. Goals, like long term, short term, probably arcanes. I think I'm probably gonna push my Pali like as far as I can. I don't really see myself wanting to play a different class more than I play my Paladin right now. I do want to get him to 290 eventually. Like I know that's probably gonna take, with how much I'm grinding, that's probably gonna take like a year. It might be a little quicker, I don't know. That's about it for that. I guess like where my Paladin is. And I'm just gonna go over my other characters really quickly. Disclaimer, I have played before, and I think I went almost a year here. If I could just find this. So yeah, I made my Bucc back in 2023, June 2nd. Oh wow, look at that. I started it in June for some reason on both occasions. But yeah, so I made this guy back in 2023, and at the time, I think when I finished, I was like 8 mil CP. I really couldn't do much back then. I was like struggling to solo hard Golux. His gear is like really just not great, and I don't really want to show. I'll just show it, but like it's like some of this stuff 17. Well, these three are. This is 15 and at unique. 16-star epic, 16-star unique, 16-star epic. I don't know. I didn't really know what I was doing back then, and even though I had people telling me like what I should do, I wasn't I wasn't doing it. Like I wasn't listening. I spent a lot of my money on cubes instead of Star Force because I didn't really come to appreciate how much you could save on SSF events. Now I do, obviously. But yeah, so I had like the gear here is just all really mid. Yeah, I think most of the CP is inflation from like this here, but even this is at 16 stars. So like I don't know. I did some stuff. I didn't do some stuff. It's one line attack. I kept it, but like ID useful. This one's just one line attack. I don't know. So when I came back to the game, I obviously like looked at my Bucc and I was like, okay, do I want to pick up where I left off here? And after looking at his gear, I had already watched like a bunch of YouTube videos by then, and I was kind of like, I feel like this is going to be a lot more work to fix everything, and it'll be like 1 step, 2 steps, maybe even 3 steps backwards before I start taking some steps forward in the right direction. So I was like, I think I'm gonna just leave him here and keep him as my boss mule. Yeah, this is my Bucc. And actually, this is my old YouTube handle, so I might still go by this. I'm not too sure. I think I like it, but we'll have to see later on, I guess. At the same time, I made my Paladin. I also made a Sia just because the event, and I saw that she also would get burning gear if I paid for the premium pass. All my characters are in Arcana because this is probably my favorite place. Yeah, and she's at about the same point as my Bucc in terms of what she can clear. Her inner ability is obviously a lot better. I really like this class, and I didn't put too much money into this class. I did try to like funnel everything into my Paladin, but I did spend some stuff here and there. But yeah, she's at 16 mil CP with literally just like a no-star Kana's treasure, some heroic rings, burning set. I didn't even do like the lucid thing. She's at 19 stars on this stuff. Sia is so strong, and I would main it, but I really hate teleport classes. Like, to me, it's cool to boss and I like it, but not double jumping feels really weird. Like, as an old school Maple player, I didn't want to push her stuff too much just because I wanted most of my resources to go into my Paladin. So getting her to the point of doing C10E would like require me to do a lot of grinding that I didn't want to do. Like, this 266 is honestly, it's passive. It's from dailies. It's from like Monster Park. Yeah, this is my Sia. Super mid gear, but for some reason she's at the same CP level as my other character, but it's okay. Also, when I first quit Maple, when I was on my Bucc, I think my Legion was at 1.2k. So when I got back during this summer event, there was like a lot of EXP stuff just being given out with like the Day of the Diver stuff. So now I'm at 7.5k, and I think this Legion was also something I didn't take seriously at all. And link skills, honestly. I didn't take either of those things serious, and I think if I did back then, and like kind of reap the rewards of all that damage gain, I don't think I would have quit Maplestory, but I don't know. I'm not really thinking about it too much now. I'm happy I'm doing the right things now. But yeah. So this is my shade. This is another one of my boss mules. I made him because at the end of the summer event, we got... Does he not reach this? Wow. Okay. Noted. We got the free hyper burning to 260 again, so I put it on the shade. And yeah, I put almost nothing into this guy, to be honest. Just one line on this thing. This, I think I used probably like 200 millicubes when I was literally just trying to go for one line attack, and then I got this and I was like, okay, hold on, like things are looking kind of crazy for the shade. And I remember making him, so I live in Eastern time, and I made him I think at like 5 p.m, rushed him to 260, and then tried to do a bunch of daily bosses. And then the next day, or like I reset, which is 8 p.m. Eastern, I hit this, I dropped a Dom pendant, and at that point, I think it was like September. So like I had no Doms drop at all on anyone, but like literally within the first 24 hours of this guy's conception, I dropped the Dom, I roll this, and I'm like, okay, like my mules are looking like they're gonna eat for free at this point. And I feel like he's been really lucky in terms of drops. Like I have 3 Doms now at this point. I got 3 Kanas, which is really nice. Almost no like reinforced earrings for backup copies. Not like my Sia, but overall still really good. Rocking like an event AWSA weapon, so like I didn't earn that. And yeah, he at this point, I think I'm doing everything up to a catchy, and when I have time and kind of feel like it, I do try to party up for Lomian on him, like just like end Lomian, so I can eventually get enough coins, and one day I'll put him on AWSA. But with how like the account is looking and kind of where I need to put everything, like in terms of resources, a lot of it's gonna have to go towards my Paladin's Arcanes. And then I'm gonna Star Force the AWSA gear on my Sia. Yeah, like it's just, and I know like that's not gonna cost too much, but the Paladin stuff is really gonna cost quite a bit. So my plan and my philosophy with my mules was kind of get them to a point where they're just usable and probably not prog them for a really long time. I think I'll give him 17 star CRAs because I do really like Shade. It is really fun to play. Probably my favorite boss mule to play at this point. I know my Sia is really strong, and I can like, my Sia is fun because I like doing all those lines and I like seeing just how ridiculously strong she is. But in terms of like fun, my Shade is probably the most fun aside from my Paladin to play. I know that's kind of weird. Like I'm sure a lot of you guys here like, oh, Paladin's fun to play for you. Like you must just like eat sawdust for a living and like just, that's all you like. But you know, I don't know, something about being a Paladin just is super fun for me. Anyways, so yeah, his inner ability is pretty nice. I've been like trying to focus on all their IAs whenever I can for the sunny Sundays. And same thing in terms of gear here, like everything I got is just turned into drop. Earring and ring, I was thinking about bringing this up to legendary and then making it into a piece of drop, but then same thing, I kind of was just like, I'm gonna replace it really soon, or not really soon, but like there's no need for me to push 20% drop that hard. So I'm kind of just leaving these two blank. I'm leaving this one blank as well, just because like, I don't know, maybe I should make this drop gear. Now I'm looking at it, like, because either I make this drop gear or I do Commercy, and I hate Commercy. I couldn't stand it. Okay, I might make this drop gear, but these two are staying. This one's probably staying until I get my 4-set Golux. My plan for my boss meals is to go 4-set on all of them. Yeah. I know some people say to go like 4-set reinforced. If I don't know. I see the point, and I'm definitely not seasoned enough and educated enough to be like, well, actually this is better. But like, I think going 4-set superior is better, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna tell you guys to do it, and I'm definitely not gonna tell you guys to like, I don't know, like prog your boss meals the way I'm progging them. Like, you know, I'm sure you probably do want these to be like damage rolls instead of just like all drop, but my way of thinking about it is I'm not going to be investing time and meso into my boss meals for like a really long time, just because like I feel like the mid game is a really expensive point and can be fast paced if you just like direct your funds properly into your main. Like I don't think I'm at that point where I can be spreading out all my meso. So I was like, all right, maybe I'll just give them all drop, and then over time just get as much boss drops as I can from them, and eventually when I do want to look into them and start doing stuff, you know, like I could have like 10 DOMs ready, and I could have 10 KTs ready, and I could have like, you know, I mean, I only got one right now, but like maybe I could have like 10 superior earrings and 10 superior belts just waiting for me, right? So yeah, like that's kind of what I'm thinking. So like for all my boss meals, I just kind of do like daily Golux on them. I do Arcarium. Right now for him, I'm still doing daily Pink Bean because I want as many Black Bean marks as I can get. I think once I get up to like 5, maybe 4, like 5 seems kind of crazy, but once I get up to like 4 or 5, I'm gonna take PB out of my daily just like to save the 30 seconds because like, I don't know, optimization or whatever. And on my main boss meals, I do CRA and Magnus just because I don't have too many Mag Souls right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Don't know how many that is. 9. I have 9 Mag Souls, and I got this from the past Sunny Sunday Magnificent event. These were from the bossing event during the summer. So yeah. My hero's in Cernium, not in Arcana, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't like the hero class. I don't know what it is. When I first made this character, it was actually going to be my first boss meal back when I was playing in 2023, when I had my Bucc. And there was an event back then that gave you like a free kind of preset arcane weapon, which is why she has this. And then obviously like when I quit Maplestory, I had to drop it too, and I ignored her for quite a while. I don't know why. And then a couple of weeks ago, I decided to like revisit this character and kind of see like, okay, if I were to pick things up where I left them off, like what can I do? What can be done? What can I start prepping type of thing? And she also just had like some really ugly gear. Like she's got like 10-star CRAs. She's got this like pat mark that's at 12, like epic stuff here. This dump pen is new. I just dropped this, I think last week or the week before. I have like an 11-star reinforced. I bought a cracked ring. Like I don't know what I was doing on this character. But like, it just feels kind of like a hodgepodge of like mistakes, and I don't know. So like that was already like a red flag. I was like, oh my god, like going back into this is gonna be such a drag to kind of take care of and deal with. And I also don't really like the way Hero plays as well. I don't know. I do like their floor dash though. Like that floor dash is kind of crazy for movement, especially as a warrior. I wish Paladin had something like that. I know we have like our little regular dash, but this is premium. I don't know why we don't have that. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. The hero is something I'm kind of just using as a boss meal to get my money. And right now I am running these 3 on her. I don't even want to run Magnus and Vellum and Crimson just because like, I don't know, the least amount of time I could spend on this class is what I want. Complete side note, I don't know where I'm going to put this in for the video. I think a big focus, especially when it comes to MapleStory, the things I yap about, is going to be kind of like how I maintain my mental health. Because I think MapleStory is kind of like one of those games where, you know, you can save up for a really long time and you just, that SSF event isn't for you, and you make no gains, or sometimes you even take a step backwards. And I think a lot of the things I'm going to talk about are kind of how I approach video games now, how like certain games make me feel, what I'm feeling while I'm playing them, like really old head, corny, yappy type stuff. But yeah, we'll see. I think I would like to make a video on how I play MapleStory and maintain my mental health, because I know some people like absolutely struggle with that. And I think that's why you kind of have a community that has two sides: one that loves the game, has been playing it forever, and one that has been playing it forever and they're kind of sticking to it because of that, like, I think, what's it called, sunk cost fallacy, where like it's just time invested is time committed, and like if they step away, it's just it all gets wasted. And then those are typically like the people that criticize MapleStory the hardest, I find. Yeah, I'm happy with this game and I'm having fun, and I think I'm gonna try to teach other people to have fun. That's kind of the goal of this channel. Let's all have fun.